Every time we see the calving front of the Pine Island Glacier, where the ice hits the ocean, we're reminded why we're here and how much we don't know about why this glacier is changing so fast.
Of all the places in Antarctica, you could ask why we end up here in Pine Island Glacier. This place is of special significance because looking at satellite down here from far in the sky, we can see that the ice that we are seeing out the window here now is thinning rapidly, and it's thinning rapidly here more than any other place in Antarctica. So this particular place, Pine Island Glacier, it might be a sweet spot for sea level change, and until we observe it and produce computer models of it, we're not going to be able to produce predictability. And so people who keep continuing to talk about sea level change are going to be able to do a little more than that, to talk about it, and it's not going to be a meaningful conversation until scientists can produce numbers to back it up.
To get at those numbers, I was determined to put our GPS instruments in places where they could track the motion of the glacier. I got myself on the flight which went to pick up the weather station team and went to work. David collected me en route back to Wace.
Good to see you guys. You too. You've been basking in the sun. We are finishing up putting in a GPS station. So what we're doing here is just tightening the cables to the poles. And we're going to bury these cables and try to secure everything. The wind blows pretty hard. You can just slap a cable silly and just strip it bare. This is the only part of the ice shelf we're able to work on this time around, I guess. No crevasses, but it's a tributary that comes into Pine Island Glacier. It's maybe the booby prize for this season, but it'll be good progress. Nobody's ever been here either, so we'll learn something from this station.
All our team is back together again. Back at Wace, we rested up. Longer than we wanted. More bad weather, days and days of no flights. Then, jackpot! Saturday, January 13th, and our last chance to deploy our second GPS. Getting as close as possible to where the ice was moving fastest meant landing absolutely as close to crevasses as possible.
We're there. I'm motion sick. I need a vomit bag.
Okay. They stuck it in real close to that downstream waypoint. There are crevasses all around here, so be careful when we're out there. But let's go put that GPS out.
Each GPS unit only weighs 3 pounds, but the batteries to power it through the long Antarctic winter add 1,000 pounds. Down here, nothing's quick and easy.
We are on one of the tributaries of Pine Island Glacier, right down where it joins the glacier. Oh, this is beautiful. This is the way to end the field season. This is gorgeous. Not a breath of wind. The last one we put in with drifting snow and everything, it was a pain in the butt. So the glacier is out which way? The glacier is out this way, and then it goes up here and it just takes a sharp left. It's probably going 200-300 meters a year right here. There's crevasses within sight on all sides, and but we hope we're close enough that we'll see if the glacier moves forward and retards a little bit with the tides going up and down. We can't get on the ice shelf, but this is quite close, a lot closer than I thought we could. The pilots were great at getting us into this spot.
So we hope to learn a lot from this GPS unit right here. The tides going up and down actually change the velocity of a lot of the glaciers around Antarctica. We don't know if that's true of Pine Island Glacier, but we're going to find out from these receivers that we put out there this season. Doing science in Antarctica is hard. Every day is full of challenges. You have to be patient and flexible. The season didn't go quite the way we wanted, but it was a reconnaissance season. We weren't able to set up our camp on the ice shelf, but we took the scientific instruments that we had, an automatic weather station and 2 GPS stations that are going to winter over, and we set them in really worthwhile locations right next to the ice shelf. So we're going to get data. You can't always have it your way. Antarctica is in charge down here, and what she says happens, kind of dictates what you can do and what you can't do. But it also is quite a thrilling adventure every time. We have new challenges every field season. We get to go places where nobody has ever been before. To stand on the Pine Island Glacier ice shelf, nobody has ever stood on that ice shelf before. That's an honor and a thrill and a privilege.
So if you're asking, do I consider myself an adventurer? I think I do. I've been out here 5 weeks. I haven't had a shower yet, and I think the first thing I do when I go home is I get a shower.
The science is going to continue. The science questions are still urgently in need of being answered, and we're going to be back here next year to continue that work.
Antarctica might seem an unusual place to study climate change, but in fact it's quite the opposite. Polar places are covered with ice, and the ice reflects sunlight, and as that ice disappears, more and more heat is trapped in the polar regions, and so these regions will warm more than other places. These are a natural place to focus our studies.
As an earth scientist, I provide information. I provide what I see is happening and what I think is going to be happening. But it's up to the public to be the stewards of this planet.